Looking at our recent political and societal unrest in parts of the U.S., I am asking if we are reliving the repressive 1960s. Having grown up in that era in North Carolina, I witnessed many things then that I fear are being repeated now, and this disturbs me. Hi, this is Kurt B. Ellis, an author who self-publishes with Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing. I am a childhood sexual abuse survivor who wrote this novel to share my story. My novel's title is Boy in the Barn, Journey of Triumph of Horrific Child Abuse, Sexual Abuse, and PTSD. This novel was based on my life. It begins with my horrible childhood and continues through my remarkable journey of survival and recovery. My novel starts at a time when society was governed by religious intolerance, extreme racism, abhorrent homophobia, and strict adherence to culture. Stay tuned and let me share more about why our society's recent regression is so disturbing. I worry that history is repeating itself. I have written in detail about all the disturbing things I witnessed and experienced as a child growing up in the repressive South. I grew up in a society where parents controlled the lives of their children and childhood was controlled by harsh capital punishment. Parents controlled everything, whom you associated with, your political views, your choice of religion, where you went to school or college, whom you could marry, your choice of occupation, and so on. If a young girl or woman got pregnant out of a wedlock, she could be shamed and forced to marry her child's father or sent far away to have her baby and then be forced to give it up for adoption. Either way, her life was destroyed by societal norms. She was not in control of her decisions or her body. If a young boy or man came out as gay, he was ostracized from society and marginalized. He could be bullied, picked on, beaten, or even killed, and the police would look the other way. He would have few life options and would have difficulty finding suitable employment. As a result, he would be forced to go underground and live his life as a lie, all to fit society's expectations. If you were a person of color, that is, non-white, your life was miserable from birth. You were forced to live in a segregated society and attend segregated schools. Your employment opportunities were limited to menial labor with low wages and harsh working conditions. You were held back, held down, and not allowed to better yourself by that society. This repressive society was ripe for something just as insidious. Children could be easily exploited and sexually abused. There were many deep, dark secrets and denials. This was how I lived and became a target for sexual abuse. Our children should be taught all aspects of our history, the good and the bad, and then they can choose how they want to live and run our country. Being formed of the truth helps us to prevent the errors of our past. But unfortunately, we're seeing these errors bubble up across the states, and we see these errors repeated worldwide. And for the sexually abused, tell your story and tell it all. Because how will we ever break the cycle of childhood sexual abuse if we do not talk about it? My inspiring LGBTQIA coming of age story is about hope, courage, and the resilience of the human spirit. My novel has received great reviews on Amazon and Goodreads. My Kindle is listed in the top 10 in biographical fiction. You can find a complete review by Robert Ginther Benary on her website, Robin's Review, and her site on TikTok. Also, you can see my novel listed in online blogs at the Novel Bookstore, Reader's Village, Mystery and Thriller Library, and Amazon Book of the Day. In addition, you can find my novel spotlighted on Instagram by author Lenora Ross and promoted at It's Right Now. In summary, you will need to read my novel to learn more about the ways of the repressive South that we should not repeat. Also, click on the links below and see my published books. Like my video, hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. And don't forget that your feedback is always greatly valued and much appreciated. I enjoy hearing from you, so please leave your comments below and I will respond as soon as possible. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful day.